What's up, manga fans, and welcome back to part 3 of this 5 chapter Hajime no Ippo review. The chapter I'm going to be talking about in this one is chapter 1111, or in short, chapter 1111, Total War. It's amazing, to imagine that Ippo has been a series that's ran, I think, for nearly 26 years or something like that. And to reach 1101 is amazing. I know this manga series is much longer than this, but because I've been reading it, I think back since, I think it was chapter 600s or 700s, I can't remember, it might have been sooner than that. To reach this far is amazing. So yeah, it's amazing. Well done to Morikawa, and I wonder if one day we'll get to chapter 2222, if any of us are still alive by then. But this chapter, Total War, pretty much says it all. Both Takamura and Bison are going out for absolute war. They know what they have to do. And on Bison's side, it seems a bit more dire. His trainer seems a bit more worried, and he knows that Bison is literally going to give everything he's got. So he knows that he's in a dangerous spot right now, that he might have to throw in the towel if it means, saving his life. And surprisingly, despite Bison being nervous wreck last time, he goes on the attack with an amazing flurry of combos, very sharp, very compact, but they all easily dodged by Takamura, and he didn't even move from his spot. He just dodged, like literally, weaving and bobbing without actually moving. And Kamagaya states that Takamura is staying there and weaving about because he's looking for the chance to take Bison down in one shot. So he's looking for a counter, which Yagi doesn't seem too happy about. But Kamagaya realizes that Takamura can't move because he must be really hurt. So Bison, on the other hand, is realizing normal punches and combos are not going to work. So he starts setting up another clean combo of punches that are easy to read, and he sets up like an upper so that Takamura will lean backwards, and then he's going to throw it right straight. But unfortunately for him, that completely failed, and Takamura counters with his own right, and it was brutal. If it wasn't for the fact that Bison blocked with his left at the last second, I'm pretty sure he would have been laid out flat. But regardless, he still was hurt by the hit, and he's actually stumbling around. So at this point, he's literally at the end of his rope, and it's mostly mentally at the end of his rope because he's panicking. He's like, I've done everything against this guy, I've used all my weapons, exposed everything, but everything's failing. And Takamura, who was previously not willing to move, is now going on the attack. So he's just like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? He starts thinking about David Eagle, the fact that that guy was, high flying eagle up in the sky. But Takamura is a hawk that's even higher, and then he's got no weapons left to try and shoot him down. And this is when you'd think that's it, Takamura's going to come in and finish it. But with Ippo, there's always those comebacks. And Bison believes he still has one more punch left. It's like one he hasn't shown yet, and it's a left swing. But Lord have mercy, this swing is huge. His arm is literally like a gorilla when he throws it. And I'm thinking he's throwing a wide hook that could just easily counter the crap out of him, probably put him in hospital for a few months, because that swing is wide, and if Takamura counters hard, that is it. But obviously, with Ippo, it's never that simple. This just seems a bit too far-fetched, or I'd say like a red herring, because I just don't think it would end right there. There's going to be some sort of drama or comeback or something. And as I said, the way Takamura is rushing in so eagerly, and the fact that they've kind of set this all up and left off with this cliffhanger. It even looked like Bison's trainer was reaching out like he was going to throw a towel or something. Makes us think it's not going to particularly end with Bison getting knocked out. Something else is going to happen, but we'll just have to see what that's going to be. So as usual, this is another short chapter, very enjoyable. It's good to see that Bison isn't particularly just giving up the ghost, and is mentally trying to fight back despite having exposed all these weapons and them all failing and blowing up in his face. And we'll just have to see how Takamura is going to deal with Bison's massive left swing in the next round. So you guys know the usual. If you enjoyed this chapter, let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you in the next one, chapter 1112.